Okay.
Do you want to finish the role play game?
Let's do it. So ring ring.
Hello?
Hey, I'm looking to speak to Mario.
Who's this?
Yeah, Mario, my name is Gabe. I run a local real estate business here in St. John's. We actually specialize in probate and estate sales of real property. I was reaching
Mhm.
out to you this morning because my head researcher pointed out to me that very shortly, if not already, you'll be appointed the personal representative in your family's estate.
Okay.
Yeah, I realize, Mario, I do sincerely that I may be a little premature in some way. I was calling, very respectfully, of course, with regards
Mhm.
to the real property on 123 Main, just to find out if ultimately, at some point, the goal and objective of it looks like you and your brother John was to get that property on the market and get it sold.
Yeah, we're gonna sell it. If you want to just, send me an offer, your best offer, you can text it to me here or I can give you my email.
Okay, yeah. So Mario, I'm not an investor. I actually run a real estate business. So we specialize in helping families just like yours, preparing the property to sell or to
Yeah,
keep.
we don't want to work with a realtor. We just kind of want to see, we just, want to just
Got it. Got it. So you guys are just kind of weighing your options at this point. It definitely sounds like it's a little premature in the process.
yeah, if you got an offer for me, just let me know. Send it to my email here. I can give it to you yeah, at this point we're not going
Yeah,
to really work with an agent.
I'll
That's
be sure to do that, Mario. And honestly, we've had the good fortune of helping lots of families, in a very similar circumstance to yours. Typically, what we see is they find it very helpful to get a very clear and realistic picture of value, right?
Yeah,
So
I know
you guys,
I know what it's worth. Again, it's not about money. I got money, I own 5 houses. I do this all day.
yeah.
It's just that,
Okay.
we have a bunch of family members here, and the more and more this thing sits here and it's breaking down, and we're just done dealing with it.
Got it.
So we just, that's why we're gonna just do like a cash offer. I already have like one guy saying that he's gonna give us, you know, 400,000 for it, but I think it's too low. So I think this is the route we're gonna go at this
Got
point.
it. Got it. So you guys are really looking to get it sold as it is where it is. You don't want to put it on the open market and deal with like showings and things of that nature. Is that right?
Exactly.
Yeah, so Mario, we actually offer a service where we basically have our own company. We specialize in getting, cash offers for people in your exact situation. Now, I guess I'm curious, Mario, like for you guys to get the cash offer, are you aware that that could be, 20 to 30% less than like fair market value?
I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens. And I already know what our property's worth, and I'm just trying to see what we can get. I mean, I know some guys are gonna lowball us, but we're not gonna look at something that's 35% lower. That's just too low.
Understood. So I guess I'm hearing from you very clearly that you do want to get it sold, right? But at the same
Exactly.
time, you don't want to give it away, but you also want to, have it said and done with and get a cash offer. I guess what's
Exactly.
more important to you, Mario? Getting rid of it as soon as possible, and getting the cash, or really getting the most amount of money?
Well, kind of remember when I mentioned that money's not a thing for me. I'm a baller. I don't. This is pennies to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, some of my family members, they don't want to deal with this anymore. So it's me and like 3 sisters, and none of them live here. So what we're gonna do is we're just as soon as I get these letters, probably in a week or two, I'm
Yeah.
gonna talk to the attorney, and we're just gonna, basically get all the offers together and figure out which one's gonna get us the most, and kind of go with something. Because my sister, she doesn't want to deal with this anymore, and so
Got it.
that's
And,
what
and
we're
is
gonna do.
that Jennifer? I'm seeing Jennifer here on title to the property. Is she the one that doesn't want to deal with it?
No, it's not her.
Okay, so I'm also seeing Jessica and then Angela. So I guess while we're on the topic of them, I mean, how do they feel? Do they want the cash offer like you, or are they kind of thinking more to keep it or sell it on the open market?
Yes, they all want the cash offer. Yeah.
So
So
you guys are
give me,
all in
yeah, just,
agreement.
just give me a call. Do you have an offer for me right now?
Yeah, so honestly, Mario, it sounds very clearly like that you guys really know what you're doing. I guess the only thing I could sort of like suggest is at this point, what we could do is sort of evaluate like what would be top dollar on the property for a cash offer. I guess what I would need from you is for you to paint me a little bit of a picture. I mean, does the property need like any repairs or changes or modifications? Like, or you just want it sold as it is where it is?
I want it sold as it is where it is, but I can tell you that it needs a lot of work. Nothing's
Okay.
been updated. We had a tenant in there. They ruined the property. So basically, it's 1990s, sort of updates. And their kid was, I don't know if he was using drugs or something, but he made some holes in the wall. And,
Got it, got it. And
the
I guess when
grass
it comes to
is,
like the roof, Mario, and like the HVAC, are there any like, major problems with any of those components or?
I'm not too sure, but I would
Okay.
assume so. I would assume it's just a piece of crap, to be honest with you.
Got it, got it. And I guess if we discuss like a range, Mario, I mean, do you have like a range in mind of what you're like hoping to get for the property?
The most.
Well, I guess like what number are you guys hoping to get?
Well, what number are you offering?
Well, I mean, you did say you have an investor, so I'm just kind of curious what range you guys are shooting for. This way I can kind of run through my network and see what people are going to be willing to submit to you, and then I'll present it all.
Just give me your best offer, and then we'll go from there. I mean, because
Okay.
right now I had someone who was offering me 400,000, and like we're just gonna keep seeing what we can get. I've seen some houses sell for like 600, 700,000 in the neighborhood. So I think
Yep.
400 is pretty low, but
Yeah.
whatever.
Okay. So around 400, but you definitely want to get more than that.
Exactly.
Okay, got it. Yeah, so I'm honestly hearing two things very clearly from you, Mario. Kind of the first one is the most information you guys can gather in terms of like what's a realistic and tight range for a cash offer. The best equipped you're going to be to weigh the ones that come in and then pick the one that's going to benefit you guys the most. The second is that it's a lot of information to process right now, and you guys really do want to get the offers and have your time to review them. So could I make a suggestion?
Sure.
Yeah, so typically what we'll do, in these situations, Mario, is we'll
Mhm.
pencil in like a 10, 15-minute phone or Zoom appointment, preferably Zoom. This way you and I can see each other. And then what we'll do at this appointment is I'll just kind of go over the options with you in terms of the cash offers we could provide you with. This is no obligation whatsoever. It would also be beneficial if your sisters could hop on this call. So I guess like under normal conditions, Mario, are you more available in the evenings or afternoons?
No, I'm not open for that right now. Just give me a call when you have an offer. And if yeah, you can email me as well your offer. And
Okay,
then once you
the
once you
best
have
email
some
for you, Mario.
once you have something in writing, we can kind of go over it, and you can come take a look at the property. And if you don't need to see it, that's fine as well.
Got it. What's the best email for you?
Mario@gmail.com.
Okay, perfect. And then how about for your sisters?
I'm not going to give that information out.
Totally understood. You just want to relay the information to them.
Yep.
Okay. And are you local to the property, Mario?
I got to get going, man. I'm already like 20 minutes late to work. So yeah, and I am. I'm not that local. I'm in Vegas, so I'll come down. Um, you know, I'll be down there in
Got
two
it. Yeah,
weeks.
I hear you got to run. So let me let you go, Mario. I guess my last question is the reason I asked, if you're local to the property is because it's probably going to take one of you guys to just kind of peek at the property and facilitate it all. What I would
As I
want to
just
do is lay
mentioned,
eyes on the
I'll be
property.
there
So
in
I
two
guess,
weeks. I'll
I'm
be there.
sorry,
I'll be there in 2 weeks.
two
I'll be
weeks.
there
Okay,
on the
perfect.
30th.
Is your sister more local to the property or are you kind of like the
I'm the
closest?
one you're going to be dealing with.
You're the one. Okay. So
Yeah.
what you could do, Mario, just an option, because we do this actually
Uh-huh.
pretty frequently, is you could overnight the keys to me. This way I can see the property, get eyes on there, and then I can come back to you with like a very clear, realistic cash offer, and you can let me know if you want it or not. So do you want my personal address so I can, have you do that?
No, I'm
You
not going to
don't.
send you the keys. If you want, what you can do is, if you're local, go by. I'll give you permission. I got ring cameras there. Look on the outside, look inside through the windows, and then let me know what your offer is.
Okay, got it. And just when I could pull up Mario, which house am I going to be looking at? Because I see on the Google Maps here, it's not too clear which is which.
123 Banana Street.
123 banana. Okay. And any other
Yeah.
questions for me, Mario, before I let you go?
No, that's it.
Okay, I appreciate your time.
All right,
Yeah, I don't know,
here's a
man.
quick piece of feedback.
Yeah.
Here's a quick piece of feedback. When he said, like, oh, like I'm interested in a cash offer, you did what Aaron talked about trying to dissuade them at the very beginning. You're like, oh, like you do know that if you sell it to a cash buyer, it's going to be 20 to 30% less than market value, as
Mhm.
opposed to what he said that he modified it to, which is great. Like, do you prefer cash or do you prefer retail? So when here was an opening that you missed at the very early on. So at the
Yeah.
very beginning, when he said, "Hey, I want 400,000, or I have an offer already at 400,000, but it's too low," you transition to, "Hey, look, investors want to pay 20 to 30%," instead of just that's an opening right there. So what I
Yeah.
mean by that is there's 9 things that you qualify on. There's motivation, timing, pricing, loan balance, creative finance, agents, decision makers, blah blah blah. So
Mhm.
if he's having a conversation about price, you can continue to go that wave. So imagine going in the ocean and trying to swim against the ocean or trying to swim with the ocean. If he already brought up the price, finish off that conversation. What I mean by that is if he told me, "Hey, look, like I had an offer at 400,000, but it's too low." Okay, so it sounds like you want to sell privately and the 400,000 is too low. Let me ask you this, like if you were able to counter them, at what price would you counter them? Or hey, Mario, you mentioned to me that that number was too low. What would be a better number for you?
I don't know, Jose. Might, as much as you can get me, but not definitely
Well,
not 400.
well, when you say 400, I'm imagining that because you think it's too low, that you have a certain number in your head. And it sounds like if somebody is able to meet that number, then you'd be open to selling to them. The way that we work, Mario, is we work very transparent. We're very direct. Obviously, I would never want to waste your time in any way, shape, or form.
Mhm.
What number were you hoping to get for the property?
Well, I'm not going to really look at anything. I mean, at least 500,000 is, what I'm aiming for. So
Okay, so if it wasn't at 500, it sounds like that's kind of like the bottom line for you.
exactly. I
If
mean, if unless nobody gives me five, then I guess we'd have to go down. But I'm going to start there at least for the meantime. I'm going to, at least around that ballpark. I'm trying to get more, of course, but I still got about a week or so until I get these letters and we can do something.
yeah, yeah, and let me ask you this: that cash offer that you have on the table, have you offered it to them at 500? And if so, what did they say?
I mentioned to them, but they said they couldn't do. That's the best they can do, and they were saying 450, but so I just said I'm gonna wait and see what else I get.
Got it. And let me ask you this, because it sounds like they came up some at 450. It sounds like you wouldn't sell it to them. That would just not.
Not right now. I don't want to commit to anything that low at this point because, like, I'm getting calls like this all the time, so I'm gonna see if we can get maybe five. Still gonna hold out for it, especially because we can't do anything for another week.
And let me ask you this: like, if you got the five today, is that something that you would be prepared to move forward? Obviously, contingent upon you being appointed the administrator of the estate.
I talked to my sisters, but we've seriously considered it.
Okay. And let me ask you this: like, what's the condition of the property?
It's all
Like me.
old. It's nothing's updated. The kid used dope, in the room. So
Okay. Like, so all pretty much original. If I'm hearing you
yeah, but
correctly.
there's also like he was like making holes in the walls, and he's tearing out the grass in the back, and it smelled. They had like a cat. It smells like cat pee everywhere. So it's not
Got
in
it.
great condition. It needs to be basically hauled out. And changed.
Got it. Okay. So basically, it needs some work. What about the roof, the plumbing, the electrical, and the foundation? What's the condition of those?
I'm not sure. Couldn't tell you, but I mean, we haven't had any issues with that. But I wouldn't be
Okay.
surprised if there was something wrong with it. It's been a rental for 20 years.
Got it. And let me ask you this. Obviously, it sounds like you've got money, and obviously, it sounds like this is a nuisance for you and it'd be easier to sell for cash. What is important about going the cash offer versus just listing it with a real estate agent?
My sisters, they don't want to deal with this. They're just like
Okay.
stressed out. They're calling me all the time. When is this going to be done? The reverse mortgage, or sorry, the lender is calling, and because we haven't made any payments on it, so they're just in my hair all the time, and they just want to be over
Uh-huh.
it. We have another property in the estate that we are going to be keeping. This is the only one we want to sell.
Got it. And is it possible at this point to be able to see the property at all?
Yeah, you can go by and look through the windows if you like.
Okay. And then what's the best way to get an offer to you?
If you want to email it to me, it's mario@gmail.com. You can send it over, and then I'll send it over to my sisters.
Got it. Okay, perfect. Okay. Do you have any questions for me?
What's your offer?
So I'm actually going to send somebody to go drive by the property and take a look at the outside. And then after
Hmm.
that, I should have a cash offer to you by tomorrow. And I'll email that to you and I'll send you a text message once I send over that offer to you. My
Okay.
intention would be to help you get as much money as possible. Let me ask you this. If somebody didn't come in at the 500,000, like let's say that all of the offers come in at 400 or 450 is top dollar, would you still sell for cash at that point, or at that point would you just explore a different
I,
route and put it on the open
I,
market?
I probably, I mean, I don't know. It'd be a tough decision to make. We're not going to go on the market. I really doubt that. I just think, we're going to give it a little bit more time. We'd probably wait like, maybe until the end of November at that point, or not end of November. I would say maybe middle of November and then make a decision at that point. I mean, we're going to try to get as close as we can, but we're not going to go on the market. It's just too much. I'm not going to put not $1 into this. And again, my sisters are just, all of them are frantic about just getting rid of this thing. So,
So it sounds like if you even if it meant more money, you guys are going to go the cash offer versus putting it on the open market, basically. If I'm hearing you
yes,
correctly, basically.
exactly. Like I remember I told you, I don't need the money. I'm good.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm giving them the money.
Yeah, fantastic. Okay, good. So I'm going to do everything I can to get you an offer by tomorrow, and I'm going to do everything I can to get as close to that number as possible. Here's one thing that I do want to offer you, Mario.
Yes.
Obviously, like just so you know, there's a couple funny clauses that people write in cash offers sometimes.
Mhm.
Like one of them is called the novation clause, meaning that like they're basically putting the property on the market for you and
Mhm.
basically pocketing the difference. So at times when people have cash offers, not all cash offers are created equally. So if
Mhm.
you ever needed somebody to review any of the cash offers for you to make
Mhm.
sure that like there is no funny clauses in that contract, I'm
Mhm.
happy to review that. Once again, I'm going to do everything I
Okay.
can to get you as close to that number as possible. But I just wanted to offer that to you. Obviously, the other route is you could pay an attorney to do that for you, and you could pay the attorney to obviously review those. But if you wanted somebody that understands contracts and can look through those just to make sure there's no funny clauses, I'd be happy to do that, even if my offer isn't the best offer. But I'll do everything I can to get you the best possible offer. So what I'll do is I'll send you a link to our cash buying website and I'll send you a
Okay.
link to our online reviews. We do have over 355-star reviews. What that
Okay.
means is that if I get a cash offer to you, Mario, it's
Mhm.
100% guaranteed to close. Meaning like there is
Okay.
no like chance of it falling out
Right.
and you're working with a reputable company basically. Do you have
All
any
right.
additional questions for me?
No, no, just send it over. Send me a text once you send it. I'll take a look at it, and we'll get back to you, soon. Again, if it's a good offer, we'll definitely. I'm gonna talk to my sisters right away because I think probably October 21st. That's what the attorney told me. We'll have the letters. We'll be good to go.
Well, here's the other thing, and this is why I asked, Mario. Like,
Mhm.
there's a way that you could actually move forward on an offer contingent upon you being appointed the administrator of the estate. All that would allow us to do is it would allow us to close escrow sooner versus later if you truly wanted to get rid of the property sooner. So, what it does is it allows us to get through everything except for the closing until you get appointed. But it makes it so that once you actually get appointed, we can close escrow within 3 days after that.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Would that be helpful to you if we can structure something like that?
Yeah. Let me talk to my attorney about that. But yeah, I think so. If we could do something like that and the price is right, yeah,
Yeah, and it sounds like none of the beneficiaries would contest this. It sounds like they're all on board, right?
they're all on board. Yeah, they're
Okay, yeah.
just
So it
we're
wouldn't be
good.
an issue for you. Great. So let me work on this and let me get working on this offer as soon as possible.
Okay. Thanks.
How is that different?
You just fleshed out all the levels of everything, really.
I just went with the wave, you know?
Yeah.
He was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
talking about like price, so I moved on to price. Then I was like, okay, well, in order for me to determine if this is a good deal, I got to know the condition. I'm
Yeah.
like, if I know the condition, I'll be able to determine whether that's a good price or not. Look,
Got
I'll
it.
give you a quick like minute story. Same situation like 4 or 5 years ago. Guy hits us up. He's like, hey, look, I want a cash offer. He's like, everybody's looking at it on Monday. I'm like, what price do you want for it? He goes, I want 420,000. She's like, everybody wants to see it. I'm like, let me ask you this. If I were to get an offer to you at $420,000 without me having to see it, and it was a rock solid offer, would that work for you? And he goes, yes. I'm like, I get him an offer the same day at 420,000. Why? Because when he told me the price, I was like, this is a smoking deal. I asked him
Yeah,
for the
yeah.
price, the condition. I knew it was a smoking deal. Got him the offer at 420. He canceled all the appointments for Monday. And then basically I bought the property. I still own that property.
If it's something like that you don't cherry pick, like do you just have your own list of like your network of investors you'll assign it to or something?
No, so I work with a wholesaler and one
Okay.
other cash investor.
Got
that
it.
is very responsive and closes when they say that they're going to do. I don't have this huge
Yeah.
network.
Understood.
That is a weakness in our business, but
Yep.
the two people that I have get most of the deals done for us.
Got
Eventually
it.
I could set that up, but if you just buy it at enough of a discount and you
Yeah.
get a good deal, selling it is going to be the easy part. The main thing is
Understood.
learning how to qualify and seeing the opening, because he said 400 is too low. And I said, what do you want? You were more focused on, I'm going to make you an offer. I'm
Yeah.
more focused on finding out what they want and what's the condition and qualifying those 9 pieces of information. I even
Understood.
asked them, I said, look, if you couldn't get the 500,000 for the property at that point, like what would you do? And he goes, I would just sell it for less. So
Yeah.
what he's telling me is I'm going cash regardless. That's what he's
Yep.
telling me. Now,
And
some people would say if I don't get the 500,000 on the cash, I'll just list it on the open market.
right.
And that's a person that's not going to be a cash offer lead, very improbable. It's more
Yep.
than likely going to be a on the
A
open market,
listing. Yeah.
a
And
listing.
one last thing is I did the similar thing, not even knowing if I could, because I had a virtual probate appointment last week, and it was like the lady had a couple cash offers. It was just land going in the open market. She wouldn't get that much more money. And I said the same thing. I was like, hey, I could just like kind of represent you and handle the contracts. This way, like we could make sure you're not, losing any money or taking advantage of at closing. Can I actually do that? Like, would that be like a limited service listing or how?
So if you check out my website,
Yeah.
we have a section called programs.
Okay.
On that programs page, we have a item called contract services offered. So what we have developed is we have developed a list of programs that are helpful for different clients in different situations. One of
Hmm.
the things that, like, if let's say my cash offer didn't work out,
Right.
I could say to the guy, look, I'll offer you I can take care of all the paperwork for you and make sure to get to the finish line for a flat fee, basically.
And what would you like 1% or 2% or
Usually our
something?
flat fee is about $10,000. When I
Okay.
say a flat fee, it's whatever you want it to be. I've
Yep.
done it where it's our flat fee is 3%, or our
Mhm.
fee for taking care of the paperwork is 3%. I've done it where it's 2%. I've done it where it's a flat fee of just like a flat $10,000. We have two of those going on right now where they had their own buyer. And it's like, look, instead of me trying to get in the way of doing the transaction, let me just
Yeah.
help them. But that's not what I was offering in that situation.
No, understood.
No, no. Do you know what I was offering in that situation? When I said I'll review the other offers, what I'm
Right.
saying is send me your other cash offers so I can review them for
Oh,
you.
yeah, yeah, to
Now,
assess
what does that do?
gives you
It
the
puts me in a
leverage.
better position
Yeah.
to be able to negotiate better prices because I can sell against those cash offers
Yep.
against certain clauses. Like I walk into an appointment, he's like, I got an offer at 700. Like, do you have it? He's like, yeah. I'm like, let me see it. I'm like, I don't know if you know this, but look, it's got this clause right here as a novation, which means they're going to put it on the open market. You're
Yeah.
saying you don't want to go on the MLS, but your property is going to go on the MLS. The only difference is they're going to pocket the difference. I'm like, it's
Yep.
got this other clause right here. It's got this clause. I'm like, this is not a real offer at 7. I'm like, their deposit is $1
Yeah, you're beating everyone else out before they even have a chance.
because genuinely, I'm guiding them in the right direction. Like if there's a genuine cash
Yeah.
offer that's better than mine, I'll tell them. I'll be like, look, to be quite honest, I can't compete with this. This is actually a really good offer. But more than likely, it's not going to be the case. More than likely, it's going to be that they've got these funny clauses like a $1 deposit, or it's
Yeah.
got like so a part of it is once you start seeing other cash offers, you're going to start seeing all these flaws that they're really not, like they've got a dollar deposit, they got novation clauses, they got all these different clauses that their intention is not to close on it. So if you know that, you can actually sell against it, and then it's more probable. There was one situation like that where there was a clause like that where they had a offer at 650, but it had a novation, and I was
Hmm.
at 600. He took mine at 600 because he
You
didn't
didn't have
like
to.
that clause,
Yeah.
basically.
Got it.
So now you're not only competing for normally somebody would be like, I have to come in at 650. No, you don't have to compete. You just have to be able to provide value
Yeah.
and see if it's a genuine cash offer. And you can
Got
do
it.
that whenever they send you the offers. I'm not offering to take care of the paperwork for them. I'm just saying, hey, I'll review the contracts for you.
That's awesome.
But it gives me leverage.
Yeah, totally. No, that's awesome. Thank you so much.
Cool, guys. Was this helpful? All
Absolutely.
right, guys. Peace.